Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Alhamdulillahirrahmanirrahim. Wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrofil anbiya'i wal mursalin Sayyidina wa maulana Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. His Excellency Director General of Islamic Community Guidance, Excellencies, officials within the Ministry of Religious Affairs, distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen, it is a great honor for me to stand here today to participate in this very important conference, the first international conference on religious moderation, or ICROM 2022. I am very proud and happy with this conference as it is directly connected to one of our national priority programs, that is mainstreaming religious moderation. So I hope this conference can be annually conducted with wider topics and participants and contextually designed. For today, I do agree with the grand theme, religious moderation in the digital space. It is vividly contextual and urgently needed. Excellencies, distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen, the world is now being challenged by wars, tension, or conflicts, as well as alarming dynamics in religious and social life. Some countries fighting for territory or even economic resources. The others are busy with multi-identity-based conflict, which lead to chaos. Luckily, this did not happen in Indonesia, alhamdulillah. As a multicultural and multi-religious country, Indonesia is able and capable to maintain its diversity. Its colorful society can still find itself in unity in diversity. The variety of ethnic groups, races, religions, and beliefs does not create division but becomes a complementary mosaic. Likewise, as an archipelagic country that has thousands of islands with hundreds of administrative governments, Indonesia remains solid in the unitary state of the Republic of Indonesia, or Negara Kesatuan Republik Indonesia. Excellencies, distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen, however, we need to raise awareness in the midst of this peaceful condition. Honestly, there is a lot of potential for conflict in our multi-diverse country. In some parts of our country, there are friction or even physical conflict due to varied identities that are triggered or covered by religious issues. There are also such rejection to minorities or conflicting polarization due to socio-political backgrounds. Furthermore, the revolution of information technology makes the incubation period of a potential conflict shorter and faster. Transmission of hate speech, for instance, can go viral in seconds. A single case in a remote village in seconds can be spread and burn people's emotion at the other part of the country. Social media as a medium for communication turn out to be accelerator in negativity. That's why we need to be increasingly aware of the digital world. Excellencies, distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen, the religious life in Indonesia is also affected by this disruptive situation. Lately, some people, to their own interpretation, feel the most correct through claim and blame others. There are also a group of people who are problematic in national commitment. We should deal with these religious life conditions appropriately and quickly. I affirm that religious moderation is one of the best solutions today. We strive for a society that has a fair and balanced perspective and attitude, tolerant, avoids violence, and loves the country. That's also called religious moderation, the topic of this conference precisely. Excellencies, distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen, then there is an interesting question. Is it the right time for us to internationalize religious moderation?
No.
Is religious moderation compatible and needed by the whole community? I think, in my humble opinion, we need to develop religious moderation outwardly, export it to the world, while continuing to strengthen it within our country.
Sip.
Many countries face the same problem on religious life, like extremism and populism. There are also some violence and or religious conflict that requires a moderate approach. So what should we do? In my views, there are at least 3 things to do in advance. Firstly, strengthen the concept of Indonesia's moderate Islam and write it down in a more comprehensive and structured manner, so that anyone can easily understand. In this case, this conference will call for papers in very relevant and highly expected to contribute to this point. Again, I hope the Director General can conduct this ICROM annually, become yearly conference that contributes consistently to the implementation of religious moderation. Secondly, try to apply the concept of a real case so that the strengths and weaknesses can be identified earlier. Let's see how Nahdlatul Ulama succeeded in assessing the establishment of the Afghan Nahdlatul Ulama Organization, or NUA. It is a concrete effort to expand the influence Indonesia's moderate Islam in the post-conflict country. And lastly, the concept of moderate Islam in Indonesia must be inclusively constructed so that its values will automatically be acceptable in any condition and countries. Again, this is a big homework for academia, universities, and others to conduct further research and development, as well as to promote or export it to the world. Excellencies, distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for all parties for conducting and joining this conference. I hope this conference express ideas and construct new contributions to the Islamic civilization and world. Thank you for your kind attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.